Hey everybody, this is Axe254. I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but today we're gonna be diving into the 10 things that make a PvP gamer tilt. And by tilt I mean, you know those moments where you just feel like throwing a controller or even a keyboard at your own monitor because of just some stupid things. So today we're gonna be diving into that. I hope to see you in a minute and let's have fun with this. The first thing we're gonna be looking at is pay to win. It's really annoying, really annoying when you sit down, you have bought the base game like I always do, and you find there are content that the developers have locked out of the base game. So the guys who usually buy the digital deluxe or the ultimate edition, they have this kind of better equipment, or they are better well equipped for PvP, and you're there with the base game. You actually bought the game because basically people buy the base game because it's what the game is, and nowadays developers just develop all this extra content that makes the game a lot more easier in PvP mode for the guy who spends more. And you're there with your base game trying to actually rank up and catch up to the guy with digital deluxe edition, and you're getting ranked. It's really ticks me off every time I just see premium or ultimate edition in a game and it's a PvP game. Like I feel like, oh yeah, that's my first point. The next thing I'll be talking about is trolls, feeders, and throwers. You know, when you are playing with a team online, you so much depend on each other for you to be able to actually win. And if you're playing games like Overwatch, Paladins, Paragons, maybe basically just team-based games like the MOBAs and the FPS games like even Call of Duty. So you have these guys who they just tilt from the beginning. They just want to make everybody lose. They want to make you all tilt and just dive into this dark zone they are in. Like I have so many times been online and I just feel like jumping off a cliff, maybe even getting a gun and shooting this guy in the face, because he is just making the experience so bad for us. And I just feel like I usually just rant on the chat, but where I've reached right now, I just ignore and I just pray that my soul just feels cleansed. Like what the hell. So the next thing, this happens so many times, basically to guys who usually play on laptops because of heat, or maybe Windows just starts updating, or maybe there's another just program function which is happening in the background. But it usually just annoys me when you just start having lag spikes within the game as you play. So you are here, you are almost killing this guy, and then it just spikes. You look at the frames, it's down to 10 frames per second, maybe it's even down to 5, maybe it just freezes the whole machine, and you're there, you're like, oh my god, am I ever gonna land this shot? And then when the spike ends, and usually just spikes for like a second, when the spike ends, you're just dead, you're just dead, like dead, and you're like you breathe in, you breathe out, and you're like, okay, maybe next time, maybe next time. You even shut down your machine. You start wondering what did they do to life to get here. You start thinking, and you think like during just 5 seconds of respawn. So you're there, you're playing your game, you are almost winning, maybe you're even about to kill this last guy, and then all of a sudden it just freezes. Like this, you look at a character, he's running on the same spot, maybe you're with guys on Discord, you stop hearing them talk, you say like, hey, are you still there? And then all of a sudden you lost connection to the server. You look at your computer, you start looking around, you're like, are you serious? Are you serious? And then it doesn't stop there. So maybe it was just a lag spike, maybe the short disconnection, you come back online, and then you add on top, like for us who are here in Kenya, the lights just go out. What? The lights go out. You start laughing. This has happened so many times to me. I start wondering like, what? Okay, so this is happening. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down and just let me pray. Let me just go do something else. Maybe even wash dishes or something. Because this can't be happening right now. I'm winning. Why am I? Why this natural calamity? You even start feeling like crying. So many times it has happened to me. But anyways, have you ever been in a game? You are maybe you might be losing, you might be winning, you might be just in a stalemate or something. You're having fun. Maybe everything is just fine. You're like, hey, what could go worse? And all of a sudden you just see this pop up on the screen. Your screen goes blank. First of all, it minimizes. You see this pop up, tells you that the game has crashed, and you're wondering like, okay, why? And then it tells you to send a bug report to the developers, who apparently won't fix you losing that much. You just wonder why. Okay, I have said so many whys in this video because I have experienced this too much times. Like, why? Why? Like, I cry so many times. Like, I'm playing Overwatch, it just crashes mid-match in a competitive game. When I come back, I'm banned for 4 hours. What the fuck, Overwatch? What the fuck, these developers? But anyways, that's life. Game crashes, that happens, but please not on PvPs. Please, just not on PvPs. Another thing that really pisses a gamer off is finding a cheetah online. Most of the gamers I know are really honest people who just want to enjoy the game. You just want to dive into the game. Maybe you wanna wreck some guys with some snipers and stuff, and there's this cheetah who's just like killing you with aimbots. Like, why do you do that? You just come, join the server, people are having fun. Most of us play games just to have fun, and then you are there just ruining the experience for them. Like, don't do it. Just go cheat in single player or something, because I sit down and I wonder like, what the hell are you doing playing online games if you're gonna be sitting there and be happy just destroying people, and it's not even your own skill. You don't even have fun at the end of doing that. So just take your nonsense somewhere else. Some of us want to enjoy the game. I've never had any sympathy for a cheat. Just mind your own damn business. Like, just go die or something. You're just so annoying. So you're there, you have just joined the match, you have begun playing the match. It's interesting, so far so good. And take for example a game like FIFA. So there are all these functionalities that are in the game that you're supposed to use, and you meet this player who complains about everything that you're doing. So you tackle him, he complains. You take the ball away from him, he says that you're harassing him. Okay, now that's FIFA. You go to Overwatch, you meet the same guy who's complaining that he's making silly decisions. Let's say he dives into the enemy's territory without healing power, or he's not even a tanky player, and he dies. All he'll do the whole match is just complain that he's not being assisted. He's the only one who's doing everything, and you're just there looking at this guy. You're like, are you for real? Are you stupid? Can't you see you're the only one who's dying? Like, you're the one who's actually feeding the other team. Like, just please don't complain. When you're playing badly, it's just your own mistake. I can't say that I am not a witness to this. Like, I haven't done this before, but sometimes there are just people who just take it overboard, and you wonder like, what the hell? They keep complaining, everybody's doing nothing, and everybody's just there. They're just complaining. They even make the game boring. You just feel like leaving that match, but you can't, because if you do, there's always a ban waiting for you. So you just have to succumb to their nonsense until the match is over. Those are the people we deal with online, and I can't I just laugh every time I meet such people. In my honest opinion, I can't call a noob a person who doesn't know how to play the game. Basically, yeah, they don't know how to play the game, but a noob to me is somebody who has played the game and still doesn't understand the core mechanics of the game. You have so many opportunities to sit down, do your research, even go and do some tutorials, maybe even practice on some of these things before you dive into any competitive match. A noob is just an idiot who ignores all those mechanics and just plays the game just cause he can play the game. Please, just don't. In a competitive PvP game mode, please just don't. You will always be the one who's tying down your team. Like, any day, you will be the one who's just forcefully tying down your team. So just don't dive into a game without actually understanding what's happening in the game itself. Maybe just go sit down, read about the core mechanics. So now we are on the 9th thing. This usually happens to any gamer. You are there, you're playing your game, you're enjoying, everything is fine, and then you just start seeing the ping spiking. Maybe you start seeing the game freezing. It starts slowly lagging, and you finish that match and you go and look at what's happening. You find your system is updating. most of the times it's just a Windows update, maybe a security package which is just being updated, or maybe like recently the new fall 2017 Windows update is just happening at the background. And for even console this usually happens, but at least on console it waits for the game to shut down. On PC it just starts and you're there, you're lagging, you're losing the match. You start thinking like, how can I shut this down? When you try to pause the game, you can't pause an online game. God damn it, you start wondering what to do next. You just wait it out, you finish the match, or maybe you just go AFK for like 10 seconds, you go turn off the update and come back to the game. It's just annoying. I always put my updates on pause, be it graphics card, be it the system update. I always just put it on pause. I just never want it to ruin my gaming experience, and this happens a lot to gamers who just reinstall their Windows. It just happens. You tilt, but happens. So the 10th thing on this list is, it's not that much of an issue, but it normally occurs. You find your team is getting wrecked so bad, you have been pushed off all points, maybe you have been pushed back to where you are spawning from, and you find the other team is just killing you one by one as you try to leave the spawn point. Like, just you don't have to rub it in my face that you're winning the match. It makes sense, you are good, yes, just wait for me at the point, come and kill me at the point, just don't come and spawn camping. This has happened so many times in Battlefield. Like, I have been in teams where we have been spawn camped. Mind you, I'm not that good at Battlefield, let me just put it out there, I'm bad at Battlefield, but still, don't ruin the game experience for me. You can't be sniping me from a position where I can't see you and you're just shooting in the same direction I'm coming out. Just don't do this to people. You are ruining the gaming experience for noobs like me in Battlefield, or even guys who just want to have fun in Overwatch. Just don't. Maybe even in MK, people do the same thing. This guy has already beaten you so badly and then he just blocks the entire time and finishes you off with a brutality. Don't! I know those things are there, the developers put those mechanics there so that you can finish in style. Just don't demoralize a person from a game. This has happened to me in Battlefield, Mortal Kombat, sometimes in FIFA, and I think it's even the most annoying thing coming to think of it. Ignore what I said at the beginning. This is the most annoying thing about being a gamer. I believe I'm done with that list. I hope you guys enjoyed what we were discussing today and things that I've highlighted. Leave a comment below. This is your host IX254. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be trying to do such videos more often now that I do have the time, and I do actually enjoy doing such videos. And I hope you guys have a good time, have a good evening wherever you are. I will see you next time.